Good evening and thank you for joining us for this virtual community meeting for the Shoe Fly and Two Cabin fires outside of Mitchell and Monument, Oregon. My name is Natalie Weber. I'm a Public Information Officer with the Oregon Department of Forestry Incident Management Team 1, and we really just wanted to bring you an update on these incidents. So tonight you're going to hear from members of the team, from operations to our incident meteorologist and fire behavior analyst. You'll hear from the Wheeler County Fire Defense Board Chief, as well as the emergency manager, and finally our incident commander with some closing comments. We really just want to bring you this information and this update in this format. If you do have any questions after you watch this, please post it in the comments or send us a message on our Facebook page. We really just want to be able to answer any questions that you might have and hopefully just bring you some information as well as just that current status update. So please let us know if you have any questions, and we thank you for joining us.
Hello, I'm Kyle Gibbons, Operations Section Chief on Oregon Department of Forestry, Team 1, and I'm going to go ahead and go over operationally where we're at on this incident. So we're sitting right just over 20,000 acres, and then as you can see in the map, we had a pretty good shape going here, and then we have this this piece here that flares out on the side. So that's where we picked up a run yesterday. So the wind came out of the northeast, started torching trees, and we started pushing fire down this slope here, Keys Mountain, Peggy Butte area, down to the Keys Creek Road towards Highway 26. So we were able to get in there on this piece last night and get some direct and then some indirect lines. And the direct line means that it's right on the fire's edge, and then the indirect means that there's some unburned fuel between the fire and the line. So you do that for safety reasons, and then also sometimes that's just where you can get equipment and people. So we currently have those lines in place, and the crews are out there working to try to secure those lines or get a line directly on the fire's edge. So you kind of have a primary line and then a secondary sometimes when those lines are indirect. So still making progress here, but some of the conditions concern us as far as the weather. So extremely low RHs, and then the humidity recovery at night is not good either. So getting up into the 30% is not great for firefighting efforts. So that's why we're running a 24-hour shift. So we have 2 to 3 shifts a day. So we'll run one day shift, and then we run a night shift. And then also we have a little bit of a swing shift where crews overlap that day and night shift. So with those 3 shifts, it gives you continual coverage, and especially when you're trying to catch fire in this country at night, gives you a huge advantage over having time where you don't have resources on those fire lines. And so that's kind of the primary concern right now on the shoe fly incident. And then we've continued to make progress in all other areas. So working around here into Division Lima, continue to make progress. Some of this where it slopped over Waterman Road is more in a patrol status now. And then working up through into Division Alpha, still a lot of work to do, picking up some small spot fires here and there where trees are torching out, throwing embers, starting spots outside line, but we've been able to get around all of those, and then continuing to make some progress in that area. And then working around Division Alpha to the north, so this northern tip of the fire is fairly secure, so we haven't had any control issues up here for the last several shifts, and we'll continue to patrol and then mop up as necessary in these areas. But for the most part, you know, we're for the whole fire, to sum things up, you know, we still have areas of concern, especially this piece here on the southwest. It's been pushing firefighters, getting extremely active fire behavior in there. However, we're making steady progress on this fire, and we'll continue to have the 24-hour shifts until we start to get some pretty steady progress, and then we feel there's not a chance of this fire getting out and and making any major runs. Give an update on the 2-cabin incident. So currently sitting at 251 acres and just north of Monument, and crews have continued to make steady progress. Last couple of shifts, no control issues, and then we were even able to go in direct in several areas and cut off some portions of stuff that was inside our original containment line. So we had a dozer line that we couldn't get right onto the edge of the fire, and then we were able to shrink that down by going in direct with hand crews and cutting that fire off right on the black in several spots. So that's why at one point it was going to be about 400 acres, and then now we're down into that 250 acre range. So we'll just continue to mop up and improve that perimeter using hand crews, water, and then heavy equipment. Also, we're still doing a 24-hour shift on that incident, and we will for the next several shifts until we feel at night it's more of a patrol status. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Trent Smith. I am the incident meteorologist assigned to the shoe fly fire here in Central Oregon. So for the past couple of days, we've been dealing with a ridge of high pressure that has been causing really hot, dry conditions across the area. We have not seen very good humidity recoveries at night, so the fire has been relatively active during the overnight hours also. The past couple of days, the atmosphere has gotten really unstable, meaning things are able to move upward very easily, which has allowed the fire activity to do an uptick. Especially today on Friday and once again on Saturday with the hot, dry, and unstable conditions, a red flag warning is in effect. And all that really means is that the conditions are just prime for the potential of increased fire activity across the area. Coming later on Saturday through the remainder of the weekend, we do have a very subtle little feature that's going to come through, cause temperatures to cool down just a little bit, maybe bring some showers to the area. And any showers that do develop will have the potential of gusty, erratic winds, so I'm watching that pretty closely. But come mid next week, there's a high probability of a big pattern change, which much cooler temperatures, higher humidity readings during the day and night, and then the potential with some shower activity. So we'll keep a close eye on the weather here for the shoe flyer, and thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Brian Reel. I'm the Fire Behavior Analyst for ODF Team 1, and my job is to work with the weather, the fuels, and the topography, and analyze what the fire is supposed to do and where it might go, and give that information over to the firefighters so they can make safe, effective decisions on the ground. And so currently where we're at is we are very seasonally dry for this time of year, so our fuel moistures are very low, and what that means is fuels are very receptive to ignitions, and so we can get fast moving rates of spreads out there on the fire line. And yesterday we ended up having some with some of those winds, we had a little bit of a wind shift and push those fires down over the ridge, and because those ridge tops get more wind, which can accelerate the rates of spread of fire. Today we're actually going to kind of experience the same kind of thing where we're same type of weather that we had yesterday. We are getting a little bit more smoke cover this morning than we had yesterday. Yesterday we did have some of that smoke clear out, which allowed the sun to come down and heat up the fuels. So we're paying close attention to that today as well. If that smoke clears out, we're going to see some much more active fire behavior. One of the struggles that we're having on this fire is usually at night we get better humidity recoveries, and which slows down that fire behavior and makes it easier for the firefighters to get in there and work those fire lines. However, we're getting very poor humidity recoveries overnight, and so the fire's burning actively clear through the night. And we expect to see this for the next day or two, but then things are going to start cooling down slightly, and we're going to start seeing those humidity recoveries overnight. and that will slow the fire behavior down through our night shifts. But until we get a little bit better weather come middle of the week, fire behavior during the day is still going to remain very, very active. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thanks for the opportunity to meet with me virtually today. I'm Mitch Elliott, the Undersheriff and Wheeler County Emergency Manager for here in Wheeler County. Bringing you a quick update today regarding the shoe fly fire. Our current level evacuations, we do have quite a bit of level 3. This is in the areas of the Waterman Road, Six Shooter Ranch, and around the Richmond Road down Highway 207 towards the city of Mitchell. We do have some level 2s east of Parish Creek, Waterman Road. There is quite a bit of active fire, lots of dozer lines, lots of folks fixing that area up. The larger area of concern right now is this west flank, towards the city of Mitchell. Right now, the city of Mitchell proper itself is in level nothing, which is great for us right now. So it's in normal status. We do have north of the highway on the city of Mitchell, there is a level 1. And then we carry that all the way up to about Keys Summit for the folks that know the area. And then Highway 207 north, there are a few homes along that southern portion of the highway that are in level 1 as well. Fire behavior really kind of engages and picks up in the late afternoon. So as the fire moves through this landscape, we just need to be diligent to be aware of what's going on. We're currently dealing with some landline phone issues. CenturyLink is aware of the issue. Oregon Office of Emergency Manager is assisting us with getting that communication capability up and running. So right now, Wheeler County Sheriff's Office Facebook page and the shoe fly fire is really the best way to kind of get that daily information and for us to put those alerts out. If something were to happen and the fire progressed through the landscape where it was an emergent situation, we would also do what's called an iPause, which is a national alerting system where we kind of draw a bubble around an area and anybody's cell phones will be notified of that emergent situation. So right now, we are watching it. We're being very diligent. Our partners are very engaged at the county level, through the state level. Just would like to, again, appreciate, the team here today and through this traumatic situation. We've had many over the last few weeks here in Wheeler County. So stay vigilant and we'll be back with you again. Thank you, guys.
Hello, my name is Jeremiah Holmes. I'm the Spray Fire Chief and the Wheeler County Defense Board Chief. We are here on the edge of the shoe fly fire. The fire started on Monday morning, early morning hours. About daylight, it was about 200 acres and grew to 20,000 acres Monday night. During that growth period, the winds and the fire had very erratic behavior, switched directions on us several times, and the locals along with ODF worked on that fire of many hours through the day and night into the next day. Type 1 team took over on Tuesday, and since that time we have been working in conjunction with the landowners and the Type 1 team trying to get everybody on the same page. My job as the Defense Board Chief is to organize the structure task force, which we were able to do with request through Oregon State Fire Marshal's office of 2 task forces along with overhead, which came in to assist us with the structure protection. And also in my job description, so to speak, is to organize and coordinate with the landowners, the dozers, and try to get them on the same page with the Type 1 team that's running the incident. All the landowners now are working with their area ops chiefs to work on the line and assist the Department of Forestry with their firefighting efforts. Today is Friday. Today's the last day that the OSFM task force teams are here as their IR, which is an initial response. And we are working with Oregon State Fire Marshal's office and ODF to continue some sort of structure protection going forward, starting possibly as early as this evening. I'd like to thank all the landowners, all the locals who have put in tireless efforts in trying to contain this fire, along with ODF, and coming in with resources to assist us and to be able to kind of manage this fire on a larger scale. Would also like to thank all those who have volunteered their time with meals and phone calls and offers of help, and hopefully we can get this thing contained shortly. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joe Hessel, the Incident Commander with Oregon Department of Forestry Team 1. And as we wrap up this update for y'all, thought I'd share a few comments on how things are going from my perspective. And in general terms, things are going actually pretty well. The north and south ends of the fire are in good shape, relatively speaking. There's been a bunch of great work done there. The lines have been in, and they've been holding down for several shifts. And while there are a lot of challenges, kind of the middle third of the fire, if you will, on both flanks, the east and the west side, there's a tremendous amount of work going on in that area. 24 hours a day, we're running a full day shift and a full night shift. And it's a combination of the resources that we've brought as a team and the landowner community that's out there that's been there since day one, our OSFM partners, and the Rangeland Fire Protection Associations. We've all come together for a common goal to keep this fire as small as we can and take care of it as quickly as we can, and by and large that's going okay. We've had some extremely challenging weather conditions the last 2 or 3 days, and it's causing us to take aggressive actions and to do it safely where we can be effective. And so we're having to be a bit strategic on that, but I'm hopeful that within the next couple shifts, if things do go according to plan, we'll be in a pretty good spot. And if Mother Nature throws us a curveball, we're ready in that event and prepared to get back to the next best spot, and with the thought that we'll still keep it as small as we can. Thanks.